Hello my dear students, welcome again to my class. On our last class we have completed exercise number 11a and 11b of the chapter Understanding Elementary Shapes. So today we will start exercise number 11c. So before starting this chapter there are some points, let me highlight this. So first one is parallel lines. What are parallel lines and what are this intersecting lines? So if two lines on the same plane have only one common intersecting point. For example, in a single plane, if I am drawing one line like this, another one like this, so they have one common point of intersection. One line AB, another line CD. So these have one common intersection point. This is known as the these are intersecting lines, and if two lines don't intersect each other, they don't have any common point of intersection, then we call those lines as parallel line. For example, if I draw two lines, one this one, another this one, line L, this one M. So both of them are parallel lines. They do not intersect. They do not intersect. Okay, now let's begin exercise 11C. First one you see. Question is, name the pair of perpendicular and parallel lines in the following diagram. So there are some diagrams, some figures are given. From this you are to write the parallel lines and the perpendicular lines. So exercise number 11C. Question number 1, Roman number 1. Roman number 1. You see there is a rectangle given with side A, B, C and D. A, B, C and D. So first of all we have to write the perpendicular lines. Perpendicular line means those lines that are making 90-degree angle with that one. They are simply straight. So how many perpendicular lines? One, you see this one. This AD perpendicular to AB. Then they are also saying it is AB, this BC perpendicular to AB. Then in there also it is saying that BC is perpendicular to CD. There also it is saying. So there are four perpendicular lines and parallel lines. You see this one, this line and this line parallel to each other. They do not intersect. They are simply parallel to one another. This one AB and CD. These are parallel to each other. So you will write perpendicular lines. Okay, you write name the pairs of perpendicular lines. You write AB perpendicular to BC. This is one. Then next one, this is perpendicular line, perpendicular side. Then you write AB, this AB written. Then AB is perpendicular to BC. AB is again perpendicular to AD. To finish, then another one, you see this one, this line CD is perpendicular to AD. BC, right? This is perpendicular to AD. Then next one it will be DC perpendicular to BC. BC perpendicular to BC. So these are the pairs of perpendicular lines. So you write here pairs of perpendicular lines. Pairs of perpendicular lines are, then you write this one. Okay, so next comes pairs of parallel lines. Pairs of parallel lines. In case of parallel lines, AD is parallel to BC and AB is parallel to CD. So parallel AB parallel to CD. These are parallel lines. This is the sign that AB is parallel to CD. This is one pair. Another one is AD parallel to BC. AD parallel to BC. AB parallel to CD and AD parallel to DC. So next one you see Roman number 2. Diagram is there in your book, you see. So pairs of perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines, it is given like this. PQRS. So these are, this is a given a quadrilateral. It have four sides. So you have to write the perpendicular side. So you see this one, the side SP, but PS is perpendicular to PQ, and again PQ is perpendicular to uh, S. I'm sorry, what I said. You see this one. PS is perpendicular to PQ, and again this side SR is perpendicular to PS by SP. So you write pairs of perpendicular lines are PS perpendicular to PQ, and another pair it is SR perpendicular to SP. SR perpendicular to SP. Pairs of parallel lines, only one pair. You see this one. These two lines are parallel to each other. They are not parallel. At some point will come like this. They will intersect with this one will intersect with this line. So this is not a parallel line. But in case of parallel lines, the distance always remains the same. If from here to here it is 3 centimeter, then that side also from here to here it will be 3 centimeter. So this is parallel line. So in between parallel lines, the distance remains the same. So PQ is parallel to SR. PQ is parallel to SR. Now Roman number 3 you see. So it is a triangle and L, M, N. Okay. You see, is there any parallel lines? No. This one will not be parallel to this one nor this side. So there are no parallel lines. So in case no need to write any parallel lines, or you can write no parallel lines. Okay, leave this one. You simply write only the perpendicular. Only one perpendicular line is there, and it is LM perpendicular to MN. There are no parallel lines. So no need to write this one. Only you write perpendicular line. You write this one. Now, question Roman number 4. W, X, Y, Z. So here you see, is there any perpendicular lines? No, there will be no one. This angle will be not equals to 90 degree. They are not perpendicular. They are all are like this tilted. So there are no perpendicular lines, but parallel lines are there. You see this side and this side parallel to each other. This one and this one parallel to each other. So we can write WX parallel to ZY, and another one it will be WZ parallel to XY. Okay. Now you see Roman number 5. diagram is given like this. So there are perpendicular lines. So let me name this P, S, P, T, Q, R and V. So it is given. So question is to find the pairs of perpendicular lines and parallel lines. So you see there are so many parallel lines. This side is parallel to this one. This side is parallel to that one. This side also parallel to this side. So there are three pairs of there are three pairs of parallel lines. Then you see some perpendicular lines also there. This one, it is perpendicular to this side. Then again, ST is perpendicular to SR. This one again perpendicular to that side also. So there are three pairs of perpendicular lines. Three, not four. This one again perpendicular to this one. This one also perpendicular. So now we can write pairs of perpendicular line. One will be TS, will be perpendicular to TS will be perpendicular to PQ. Then ST is perpendicular to SR. Then TS is perpendicular to PQ, then ST is perpendicular to SR, then QB is perpendicular to PQ, and last one you see, then VQ is perpendicular to SR, VQ is perpendicular to SR, TS is perpendicular to PQ, TS is perpendicular to PQ, then ST is perpendicular to SR this side. This one is perpendicular to this one is perpendicular to that one. Then QB is perpendicular to PQ and VQ, but QB same you can write, but from here VQ is perpendicular to SR. Then comes pair of parallel lines. You can see from there are three pairs of parallel line. One, this one and this one. Another one, that one and that one. These are the pairs of parallel lines. So we can write PQ parallel to SR. Then PS parallel to QR, and last one TS parallel to QB. These are the pairs of parallel lines. PQ is parallel to SR, then PS is parallel to QR, and TS is parallel to QV. So these are the three pairs of parallel lines. Now Roman number 6. Roman number 6. So there will be lines, right? This one, pairs of perpendicular lines. So Roman number 3, you see it is given like this. Okay. So LMN, then PQR. So these are given. So in this figure there are no perpendicular lines. By seeing also you can understand there no angle will be equal to 90 degree. But parallel lines are there. This one is parallel to that one. This side is parallel to this side, and this side is parallel to that side. So we can write LM. The perpendicular lines not there, but parallel lines are there. So we can write LM parallel to QP, MN parallel to then RQ, and last one it is NP parallel to LR, LM parallel to QP, MN parallel to RQ, this one RQ, and NP this side, NP is parallel to R. So these are the pairs of parallel lines. Now Roman number 7. Roman number 7. So there is a star given like this. Sides are given E, B, D, C, then F, and last one it is A. So there you give A is missing, huh? So you see in this figure, in question number Roman number 5 also you see in one corner P is not given, you give it in the book, okay? I forgot to say. There also A is missing, you give A. So now you see there are no pairs of perpendicular lines, but there are pairs of parallel lines. BC, this one is parallel to that side. BC is parallel to EF. So let me write BC is parallel to EF. Then comes AB is parallel to AB. You see where it is AB? This side. AB is parallel to FD or DF. You can write AB writing. So you write it as FD. Then AC is parallel to AC. This side is parallel to this side, ED. AC is parallel to ED. So these are the pairs of parallel lines, but in this case there are no perpendicular lines. So now Roman number 7. Roman number 8, not 7. So diagram is given like this. But there are two perpendicular lines. Okay. So the figure is like this. A, B, then RU, ST. So these are it is given like this. So from this you have to find the perpendicular line. So it is given in the question that this one is 90 degree, this one is 90 degree. That means these two lines are perpendicular. So from there you will get two perpendicular lines. Then parallel lines you see. This side and this side parallel, this side and that side parallel, and this one SR, the AU. Where is AU? Distant road, DAST, RS and UT. These two sides are parallel. They are 90 degree angle. That means if they move like this, they will be straight line. So this is a one pair of parallel line. This one is another pair of parallel lines, and this is the third pair of parallel lines. So let me name them. So first of all, we have to write the perpendicular line. So you see, it is given this one. SR is perpendicular to this one. Then UT is given perpendicular to that one. So you write UT is perpendicular to RU. UT is perpendicular to RU. This line is perpendicular to that one. RS is perpendicular to again RU. RS is perpendicular to RU. Now parallel lines. BA parallel RU. The next one RS parallel UT. Then third one it is DR parallel AU. So you can write AU parallel DR. So these are the three pairs of parallel lines. Now question number 2. Tell whether each statement is always sometime or never true. So there are three statements given. So you have to say which one is always true, which one is sometimes true, and which one is never true. So Roman number 1, intersecting lines are parallel. So if two lines intersect with each other, any two lines, just you take this one line L, another one M. So if they intersect, then they cannot be parallel. So this one is never true. So you write Roman number 1 answer, never true. Because if they intersect, then they will not be parallel lines. Then Roman number 2, intersecting lines are perpendicular. Yes, this one can be correct. Not always. If two intersecting lines are like this, then they are not perpendicular. But if two lines intersect like this, then they are perpendicular. That means sometimes it is true and sometimes it may not be true. So we can write sometimes true. Sometimes true. Now Roman number 3. It is given that perpendicular lines are intersecting. So if two lines doesn't intersect, then they will not be perpendicular to one another. So to be perpendicular, they should intersect. If I simply draw two lines, can I say that whether they are perpendicular or not? But if I simply drop a line straight, so there is the intersecting point. That means perpendicular lines are intersecting. So we can say that it is always true. Always true. Now question number 3. If a line L is parallel to line M and line M is parallel to line M, what can we say about the lines L, M, N? So let me draw this one, you will understand easily. So it is given that L is parallel to M. So let me draw one line L, another line M. So L is parallel to M. It is given L is parallel to M. Then next one it is given again M is parallel. M is parallel to, again M is given parallel to N. So again these two lines are parallel. So with M I have to draw another line which will be parallel to M. That means if this one is parallel to this line, L is parallel to M and M is parallel to N, that means M and N will also be parallel. So answer will be L and N are parallel. So you write it like this. Since you write since L is parallel to M, L is parallel to M and M is parallel to N. So since these two lines are parallel, therefore L and N are parallel. Therefore we can write L and N are parallel. So this is the answer. L and N are parallel. So it is given. This one is parallel to this line and again this line is parallel to this line. That means these two lines are also parallel. Now question number 4. If the line L is not parallel to M and line M is not parallel to N, does it follow that the line L cannot be parallel to line N? Explain your answer by making a sketch. So you have to draw a sketch to make it, to give your answer. So you see, question is given that line L is not parallel to M. So let me draw two non-parallel lines. So if this one is parallel to this one, then okay, let me draw it as LM. So this is not parallel. After some time they will intersect. So these two lines are not parallel. So I drew. Then again given that and M is not parallel to N. Again M and N. If I draw another parallel line, sorry, non-parallel line. Again M and N. M and N are not parallel. M and N are not parallel. At some point they will intersect with one another. So they are not parallel. But the question is that is there any case that these two lines will be parallel? Yes. You see, these two lines are not parallel to one another. Again, this one and this one, M and N, are also not parallel to another. But sometime it may happen that this line L and M will be parallel to one another. You see, if I simply take out the distance, they may be parallel to one another. So the answer will be no. The line L can be. You draw this one. Question is to draw. The question is to draw the sketch also. So you draw this one. So the line, no, the line L can be parallel to N. No, the line N can be parallel to N. So it is the figure. So question is to explain. In the figure, L is not parallel to L is not parallel to M. L is not parallel to M and M is not parallel to N. One N, sorry, you write it nicely. This one M, L M N, and M is not parallel to N. But in this from this figure we can understand, or from this sketch we can understand that, but L is parallel to M. L is parallel to M. So this is the answer. No, the line L can be parallel to M. There is a case that this both line may be parallel to one another. So the condition will be like this, that if L is not parallel to M and L is not parallel to N, but there is a case that L and N may be parallel to one another. So now we will move to our next exercise. So before starting the exercise, let me discuss the types of triangles. So triangles are classified either with reference to their sides or to their angles. So they are classified either on the with reference to their sides or to their angles. See, types of triangles. Types of triangles. So first of all, we will divide them on the basis of side. So first one will be scalene triangle. SCALEN, scalene triangle. So when we say that a triangle is scalene, if all the sides are unequal, for example, if I draw a triangle, this side it is given, for example, it is a triangle ABC. This one it is given 8 centimeter, this one given 7 centimeter, this one given 4 centimeter. So you see in this triangle, these three sides are different. They are unequal. So we say such type of triangle as scalene triangle. So next one is isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. So when a triangle will be isosceles, if its two sides are equal. For example, if I draw a triangle like this, A, B, C, and this side it is 8 centimeter, this one also 8 centimeter, this one given 10 centimeter. Just for example, you take. So these two sides are equal. So if two sides are equal in a triangle, then we can say it as isosceles. So last one, it is equilateral triangle. L-A-T-E-R-A-L, equilateral triangle. So when a triangle will be equilateral, if all the three sides are equal, if this side AB is also 8 centimeter, AC is also 8, and BC is also, that means all the three sides are equal. If all the three sides of a triangle are equal, then we can say it as equilateral triangle. Now on the basis of angle, we will divide the triangle. So how triangles are divided? On the basis of their angles. Okay. So first one is acute angle triangle. Acute angle triangle. So if I draw a triangle, for example, this is a triangle A, B, C. So we are dividing it on the basis of angle. So if I write this side, for example, if I write it as 30 degree, this one as 40 degree, 4, 5, 6, 7, then this one will be, okay, let me make this, okay, let it be 30, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it will be more. So let it be 60 degree, this one 40 degree, 60, 40, it is 100. Now it will be okay. 6, 7, it is 12, 13, then 50, 5, 6, 7, it is. So if this is a triangle, you see all the three angles are less than 90 degree. They are acute angles. So if all the angles of a triangle are acute angle, then we can say it as acute angled triangle. Next one, it is obtuse angled triangle. Obtuse angled triangle. So when a triangle will be obtuse angle, but when we can say it as obtuse angle triangle if two sides or if one of its angle is obtuse. If one of its angle is obtuse, that means if it is more than 90 degree, if it is more than 90 degree. For example, if I draw a triangle, it has 100 degree, then this one, it is 40, let it be 30, and this one 50. So this one, this angle you see, it is more than 90 degree. It is obtuse angle. So we will say such type of triangle as obtuse angle triangle. Then last one, it is right angled triangle. Last one, it is right angled triangle. Right angle triangle. Right angle. That means one angle will be equals to 90 degree if in a triangle. If one angle is given 90 degree, then we will say such type of triangle as right angled triangle. And in a right angle triangle, this side is known as hypotenuse. This side is known as hypotenuse. This side is known as hypotenuse. The side just opposite to this perpendicular side. It is hypotenuse. So now we will begin exercise 11D. So you take out your book so that you can see the question. I will not draw all the diagrams. Question number 1. Roman number 1, you see. In this triangle, these three sides are different. One side it is given 6 centimeter, another side is given 4 centimeter, and third side is given 3 centimeter. So on the basis of side, we can say that it is a scalene triangle. Scalene triangle. These three sides are different. Now Roman number 2, it is given, you see, in this triangle two sides are equal, both are 3 centimeter and 3 centimeter. So we can say that two sides are equal, that means it is a isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. Next one, Roman number 3, you see, this one, all the three sides are equal, that means it is a equilateral triangle. All the three sides are equal, that means we can say that it is an equilateral triangle. Then Roman number 4, you see, in that triangle there are two sides are equal, so it will be a isosceles triangle. Roman number 5 you see, it is given one side is 3.2 centimeter, another side is 5 centimeter, and third side it is 2 centimeter. That means all the three sides are different. So we can say this triangle is scalene. So Roman number 5 answer is scalene triangle. So now question number 2. State for each of the triangles showed at the figure whether it is acute, right, or obtuse. So on the basis of angles, you are to say that whether the triangle is acute angle, right angle, or obtuse angle. So first one, Roman number 1, you see, one angle is given 30 degree, another one given 70, and third one it is 80 degree. That means these three angles are less than 90 degrees. So we can say it as acute angled triangle. It is acute angle triangle. Now Roman number 2, you see there one side it is 20 degree given, another side also 20 degree, and third side it is 140 degree. That means one side it is more than 90 degree, it is obtuse. So we can say it is an obtuse angled triangle. Obtuse angled triangle. Now Roman number 3, one side it is given 90 degree and other two side, one is 35 degree and the third angle it is given as 55 degree. So three angles are given, one is 90 degree, another one 35, and last one it is 55 degree. So one side it is right angle, so we can say it as right angled triangle. Right angled triangle. Roman number 4, you see one side it is given 2 degree, sorry, one angle it is given 2 degree, another one 30 degree, and the third angle it is given as 130 degree, which is more than 90 degree. So we can say it as obtuse angle triangle. Roman number 5, one side is given 60 degree, another one 70, and third side it is 50. That means these three angles are less than 90 degrees. So if the sides are less than 90 degree, angles are less than 90 degrees, then we can say it as acute angled triangle. And the last one, Roman number 6, one angle it is 90 degree, another one 52, and third one it is 38 degrees. So one angle it is 90 degree given. That means it is a right angled triangle. It is a right angled triangle. Question number 3, classify the triangles and measure of which sides. So there are sides are given. So by seeing the side, you have to say which triangle is scalene, which one is isosceles, and which one is equilateral triangle. So question number 3, Roman number 1, same like this one. Simply you have to represent the triangle. So first one you see, side is given 6 centimeter, 8 centimeter, 10 centimeter. That means three sides are equal. So we know they're unequal. So if three sides are unequal, then we say such type of triangle is scalene triangle. Roman number 2. So sides are given, one is 5.8, then another one is 7, and third one again 5.8. Means two sides are equal. So it is isosceles triangle. And Roman number 3, you see, it is given 6.9 centimeter, 8.3, and again 9.2. That means three sides are unequal. So it is a scalene triangle. Roman number 4, 5, and 6 you try. Which one is, you see which one is equilateral, whether it is equilateral or isosceles or scalene. Same like this one. So now question number 4, classify the angles triangles whose angles are measured as degree, as acute angle, obtuse angle, or it is right angle. So they are again like this earlier question number 2, there are only angles are given. You have to say which one is acute angle triangle, which one is obtuse, and which one is right angle triangle. Question number 4, Roman number 1, you see 58 degree, 83 and 39. That means all these three angles are less than 90 degrees. So it is a acute angle triangle. Acute angle triangle. Roman number 2, 65 degree, 95 degree and 20 degree. One angle is more than 90 degrees. So it is obtuse angle triangle. Roman number 3. 30 degrees, 60 degree, 90 degree. One angle is 90 degree. That means it is right angle triangle. Right angle triangle. So next, Roman number 4, 5 and 6 you try same like this one. So now question number 5. So there is a figure given. From this you are to name the equilateral triangle, isosceles, scalene, obtuse. So there are given. So we'll do one by one. So there is a triangle given, ABC, one perpendicular line and two angles. So BD AME, and each difference is given as 1 centimeter. And this side it is 4 centimeter, and this side also 4 centimeter. So now question number 5, Roman number, question number A, you see, name the equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle means all the three sides should be equal. So you see this side AB, it is 4 centimeter, AC also 4 centimeter, and this side you see it is 1. Again it is 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter. That means 1 plus 1 2, 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 1 4 centimeter. So this whole side is equals to 4 centimeter. That means ABC is an equilateral triangle. So answer will be triangle ABC. Give this triangle sign. Triangle ABC. This is a equilateral triangle. Now, question number D. Name the isosceles triangle. Isosceles means two sides should be equal. Sorry, they are given 3 centimeter and this side also 3 centimeter. So if I take this triangle, they are one side 3 centimeter, another side 3 centimeter, and this side 1 plus 1 it is 2. That means it is a isosceles triangle. So let me write triangle ADE, then triangle ADC, and triangle AEB. ADC, ADC, this side, you see 3 centimeter, they are 1 plus 1 plus 1, it is 3 centimeter. That means ADC is an isosceles triangle. Then AEC, AEC, AEB, sorry, AEB. Again, this side 3 centimeter, from here to here again 1 plus 1 plus 1, it is 3 centimeter. So 3 centimeter, 3 centimeter, this side 4 centimeter, that means two sides are equal. So it is a isosceles triangle. Now, see, you have to write the scalene triangle. That means all the three sides should be equal. So if I start from one side, it will be triangle ABD. This one ABD. This one, this side 3 centimeter, this side 4, this side 1. So these three sides are unequal. That means it is a scalene triangle. The next one, triangle ABM. Okay, let me write, then I will show you. Then it will be triangle AEC, then triangle AMC, then triangle AME, and last one triangle AMEAGM. Yes. So these are the so it is, these are all scalene triangle. That means all the three sides are unequal. Triangle ABDUC 1 centimeter, 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter, three sides are unequal. Triangle ABM, this side 2 centimeter, this side we don't know, it may be ABM, sorry, ABM. This side 4 centimeter, this side will be less than this 3 or something. So this side it is also a scalene triangle. Then AEC, you see AEC, this one, this triangle 3 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 4 centimeter. Then AMC also one side 2 centimeter, another side it will be less than, and this is 4 centimeter. Then again AME and ADM, triangle ADM. So now question number D. Question number D. So in this case, you are to name the acute triangles. Acute triangles. That means the angle should be less than 90 degree. By seeing the angle, also you can understand. So first, this whole triangle ABC, it is a equilateral triangle. In case of equilateral triangles, all the angles are 60 degrees. So it is a scalene triangle. So first of all, I will write. Sorry, scalene, not acute triangle. So first of all, I will write ABC. The next one, it will be triangle ADC, then triangle ADE, and last one it will be triangle AEB. ABC, this is a equilateral triangle, and in case of equilateral triangles, all the angles are 60 degrees. 6 3s are 18, that are some of the angles it will be 180 degree. Then triangle ADC, ADC, this side also it is acute. If it is a 90 degree, then it will be straight like this. So we can say it is acute angle triangle. Then triangle ADC, ADC, say ADE now. ADE, this one also will be acute angle triangle. Then triangle AEB, this side also same, it will be acute angle triangle. So now question number E, you have to name the obtuse triangle. So there will be only two triangle. One will be triangle ABD, another one will be triangle AEC. Triangle ABD, this angle, it is less than 90 degree. If it was 90 degree, then straight line would have been there. But it is more than 90 degree, that means it is a obtuse angle triangle. Then AEC, same here also. AEC, this angle, it is more than 90 degree. If I draw 90 degree angle, then it will be like this. But it is more than 90 degree, so it is a obtuse angle triangle. Now last one, question number F. You are to name the right triangle. Right triangle, one will be triangle AMB. AMB, this is the right triangle. This side and this side both are right triangles. So AMB, AMD. AMB, this triangle, whole one, it is a right triangle. Then again AMD, this triangle is also right triangle. Then again this one AMC and AME, triangle AMC and triangle AME. So these are right triangles. So now let's move to question number 9, high order thinking. Question number 9, it is given that all equilateral triangles are isosceles, but not all isosceles triangles are equilateral. So in case of equilateral triangles, all the three sides are equal, but in case of isosceles triangles, only two sides are equal. So we can say that equilateral triangle is a special type of isosceles triangle. The question is to explain that why we say all equilateral triangles are isosceles, but not all isosceles triangles are equilateral. So you write 9 answer. All equilateral triangles are all equilateral triangles are isosceles. ISOSCEL. All equilateral triangles are isosceles, but not all isosceles triangles, but not all ISOSCELES isosceles triangle are equilateral. So it is given in the question. All equilateral triangles are isosceles, but not all isosceles triangles are equal. So we'll write because all the three sides of an isosceles triangles are equal. Sorry, because question is that if I draw this is an equilateral triangle, you see. So all the three sides are equal. If it is this side is 6 centimeter, then this side also will be 6. This side also will be 6. But in case of isosceles triangle, if I draw another triangle, PQR. So PQR, this side is given 7 centimeter, this side given 7, but this side given 4 centimeter. That means this one it is a equilateral triangle, all the three sides are equal. But in case of isosceles triangle, only two sides are equal. So we can say that equilateral triangles are special type of isosceles triangle. In case of equilateral triangles, three sides are equal. So if I leave one side also, then also you can see two sides are equal. So we can say that it is a special type of isosceles triangle. But we cannot say isosceles triangle as equilateral because all the three sides are not equal. So the reason will be because all the three sides of an isosceles triangle are not equal. All the three sides of an isosceles triangle are not equal. In case of isosceles triangle, only two sides are equal. But here, in case of equilateral triangle, all the three sides are equal. So we can say that an isosceles triangle is not an equilateral triangle, but equilateral triangle is a special kind of isosceles triangle. So now last question of this exercise, question number 10. So there are two triangles given, and okay, let me draw this one. So a triangle is given. A, B, C, D, E. So question is to find all the number, how many triangles are there. By seeing also you can see one triangle is there, A, D, E. Then also one point is missing. Then another triangle, this one, another triangle, this one, another triangle, this one, another triangle, this one, then whole one is also a triangle. So if I start, question is to find all the number of triangles. So if I name them as 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So we can easily write how many triangles are there. So you start from side. So right, the triangles are. Question is to find how many different types of triangles are in there. Name each of them. First of all, we will name them. Then we will count. Um, the triangles are right. Triangles are. Let me only write first of all the number one. Number one, it is ADE. So you write triangle ADE. Then next one the question number this number 2, this BDF, triangle BDF, only you write the numbered one, okay. Then C, DEF, DEF, then triangle 4, EFC, but CEF, you write CEF, then number 5, it is BFC. So now we will take two number at a time. So you see, if I take 3 and 2, this is also a triangle DE and this one B. It is also a triangle. This one, if I leave this side, then it is also a triangle. So I will take two numbers. So 2 and 3, these are triangles. So I will write BED, triangle BED. Now I will take this side, these two at a time, 3 and 4, it will be EDC, triangle EDC. Then this one I can take 2 and 5, this whole triangle. If I leave this side, then this is also a triangle. So it will be BDC, triangle BDC. Then next one, if I leave this side, then it is also a triangle. If I leave this side, then again this is also a triangle. So it will be BEC, triangle BEC. Now finished. And last one, the whole one, triangle ABC. So now you count how many triangles form. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sorry, one triangle, there's two triangle left, 1, 3, 4. Okay, before writing this one, you write this 3 also, this one also will form one triangle if I remove these two sides. Triangle ABE, two left, triangle ABE. Then this one will also form 1, 3 and 4. At a time will form triangle ADC. And the last one, this one will be triangle ABC. Now you count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So how many triangles? 12 triangles. So answer will be 12. So how many different triangles are there in? So there are 12 different triangles. There are 12 different triangles. So now last one, it was 10A. So now 10B. It is given so this is the triangle. There is no name, so no need to name this one. Only simply you count and write. So if you start from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there, first of all, you got how many triangles? 12 single triangles. So now you count for two triangles. If I take this one, 2, 7, 8, and 9, this one, whole triangle one, then okay, only two triangles are there. So this one will form a quadrilateral, this one also not there. Now 3. So if I start from here, this one 2, 8, 7, this one, this triangle, it is a equilateral. Yes, we take this one. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one is forming one triangle. Then again in there you will get 7, 6, 10 and 12 will form another one. 9, 11, 12 and 13 will form another one. So there we are getting 3. Same is similar in opposite direction we will get 3. 1, 2, 3. This one, this triangle 1, 7, 1, 7, 8 and 10. Then again they are also 8, 7, 8, 3, 9 and 12 another triangle. Then same. They are also one triangle. So they are getting 6, and this one is a triangle, this one another one. So we are getting 6 these three box triangles, and 2, you see this one, this whole one, and this one. So we are getting 2. So 12 plus 6, it is 18, plus 2, it is 20. So answer is there are 20. Question is how many different triangles are there? So there are 20 different triangles. You simply see 1, 2, 3, 4, how many? Total 12. So 12 triangle. Then we'll start for 3, 3, count to 3, not 4. So 2, 7, 8 and 9. This 4 formed one triangle. Then again there are 7, 6, 10 and 11 formed another one. Then 9, 11, 12 and 4 formed another one. So in this direction I got 3. And in upward direction in this triangle, you see again 5, 10, 11, 10 and 12 formed another one. Then again this one 8, 12, 9 and 11, 3 formed another, and 1, 7, 8 and 10 formed another. So 3 plus 3, it is 6, and 2 big triangles, one this one, another one this one. So if I plus all this, I will get 20 triangles. So this is the end of today's class. On our next class, we will start exercise number 11E. If you have any doubt, you can contact me. Thank you.